Hello, everybody.
Oh, there we
How's
go.
everybody doing? I hope doing awesome. Enjoying a beautiful evening back in your homes.
It's been beautiful here. It's kind of weird. We got into our heavy rainy season in Panama, and now it's hardly rains. We're in July. It rained every day.
Yeah. Well, it's we still yesterday we have some rains in different areas.
Mhm.
As we have microclimates in all
Yeah,
over Panama.
yeah. There's
Panama.
little Panama City got no, Chamay got it. The whole
Well, yeah,
highway
the
was
whole
covered.
Panama West province
Yeah,
it got drenched today with a lot of water. There's some floodings in some spots in the Pan American Highway. Nothing to consider. It's just they're running through cruise ships through there, but that's
yeah.
nothing too much.
Did you get that rain in Coronado today, Mike? Hey, Marie. Did you guys? We were just talking about the big rain in
Oh yeah,
Chamay.
the jam is just right next to it.
Yeah. Oh yes. Yeah. We actually have not had a drop of rain today. I don't think.
Oh, only just drizzle
Well,
like that mist.
yeah,
Nothing,
a little
nothing that we
sprinkle this
consider rain.
afternoon,
Yeah.
but no umbrellas needed today. All right, so we're going to get started any moment here. Hey, Bill, how are you? We have somebody from Henderson, Nevada, moving here in 3 weeks. You should think about that, Bill. Yeah, so we're going to get started here. So this is an open Q&A. Whatever you guys want to talk about, let's talk about it. When it's time for the Q&A mode, we will ask you to put your questions in the chat. You can ask questions two ways. We actually like to meet people and see who we are. So please, down where you type the chat, you'll see a happy face. Click on that happy face and you'll see a raise your hand. And when you raise your hand, that tells us, hey, I want to ask a question and share my microphone and camera with you. And we'll let you do that. And you can come on screen and we'll answer your question. So those are the two ways you'll be able to. So if anyone, we're going to start the Q&A in about 5 minutes. So if anyone's going to want to ask a question live to us, please hit the happy face and raise your hand.
Come on screen. We'd like to see you. We'd like to interact, make this more entertaining.
Hey, Mr. Jampol, how are you? Okay, now everyone's joining. Okay, so we're going to start by doing a quick introduction. It is just Oscar and Rod right now. Megan might be joining us. Megan's got a bundle of joy, as you know, new to the Oscar's a new papa in the last 3 weeks or so.
Yep.
And the bundle of joy said, I don't want to do a Q&A tonight. So we kind of gave Megan the night off. But
yeah.
She has the link. She'll probably pop in and say hi. So.
Yeah, probably, mostly not. But baby Noah is in good spirits. Beautiful, gorgeous boy was born on September 21st, and Megan, an amazing mother, just at home. But hopefully next time she'll be able to join us.
So Oscar and I are going to run this show. So sometimes you see us slap each other and push each other, and we argue a little bit. So just ignore that.
Just ignore that,
because But anyways, let's tell the story, Oscar. You start.
Well, my name is Oscar Peña. I'm originally from Cali, Colombia. I left Colombia back in 2006. I started my journey in Costa Rica. I stayed there for 3 years and a half until 2009, working in hotel industry in Costa Rica, learning and getting experience about hospitality and management and resorts. And also, I got to learn my second language. This one day I'm grateful to speak. In 2009, I got here to Boquete. After a few years getting things around, I found out there was an opportunity for a lot of people, a lot of folks that were living already here, but they were struggling with the language. They were struggling with the even though they were here before me, they will know how to get things done because the language barrier or the culture difference. So I joined a program of international living, and that was a nice mind opening for me, an eye opening to start offering some private services that I started. Private services, transportation, and also like make sure everyone just get things done. And I got also doing that type of work. That's how I met my beautiful business partner and brother. And I've been doing this since 2010. So I have a long standing experience in what it comes in tourism, hotel industry, hospitality. So that I can make it easy to provide the quality of the service in our excursions, and also to exchange and translate the all the culture in between Panamanians and North Americans or other foreigners per se. Yep.
Oh, it's my turn?
I guess so. I can
Okay.
keep going.
We're out of time. No. Anyways, my name's Rod Larrabee from Vancouver, Canada. I moved here 11 years ago. It's next week. Yeah, 11 years ago. My reason for moving was everyone's got different reason for moving, but I had my own online business. I could do it from anywhere in the world. And I said, why not do it without winter? So I moved here. But I thought I was smart. I said, I can do this myself. So I watched some YouTube videos, what social media we had back then. And then I said, well, I'll just meet people when I arrive and they will guide me through it. Within 3 months, I was in big trouble. I had met some people, they were the wrong people. I was quoted 5 times as much as I should be paying for a visa, and I didn't know it at the time. I was ready to pay it. I had a vehicle that wasn't in my name, and so all these things were happening to me, and I was just frustrated. It was just ridiculous. And I had a friend from Vancouver come spend a week with me. I was telling her all my problems, and she said, well, we got to find you somebody that can help you. So we were in Boquete going on coffee tours and hikes. And so we asked the owners of all these tour companies, and can you give me a name of somebody, a name and phone number I can phone that can help me get all this stuff? And so each person would write down a name and give it to me. And we got home after the day of touring Boquete. And I took out all these business cards, and it was Oscar Pena, Oscar Pena, Oscar Pena. They all referred the same guy. Oscar had been here already several years helping expats do what I should have done to begin with, but also helping expats get out of trouble. So we met the next day, I believe it was. I told him my story and what we're going to do, and boom, boom, boom. Within a week, I was on the right track. Things were good, and we've never looked back. We've gotten business almost right away because I had a skill that he needed, marketing, and he had services that I needed. So that was the beginning of our business partnership. We went a little bit into the local tour business, but always helping expats move here was our number one thing. And then we started the group tour, Retire in Panama, and which we still do today.
Yep.
And Panama Expat Service, and we do. We help people everything from buying their first car to bringing their pets here to getting a driver's license to like opening a bank account. So we offer all the services in addition to the one tour a month we do with 10 to 12 people.
And sometimes all the services, they're just custom services because there's some things, some situations. In North America, you have the expression cover on red tape. And sometimes you get remove that red tape is just about knowing the language, knowing how to approach the situation or the person, and just get it done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we're specialists on this.
Okay.
All right.
Well, like I said, this is going to be just Q&A. You guys, start the topics. I see some questions, but who wants to raise your hand by clicking the happy face down at the bottom right? Raise your hand. And who wants to come on live with a question? If not, we will go directly into Q&A mode.
Yeah. Don't be shy. We like to see some faces.
And anytime, just go raise your hand, and we'll come back every 5 minutes. We'd like to meet some people. Oh, look, I have a hand raised.
Hey.
It's a Kevin and Tiziana. And when you do raise your hand to come on, you're going to see 2 messages come up on your browser that says, or it might be one, allow access to your microphone and camera. You have to say yes to those. And then when you say yes to those, you will
show up
on the screen. So we're waiting for Kevin and Tiziana. There we go. Hey, look who's there.
Oh,
all right, guys. When are you moving here? Come on.
Yeah. Hope I'm not as soon as Gail. I see she's on. She'll be there in a couple of weeks, but
yes, you will.
Yeah, so happy for her. Yeah.
yeah,
Yes, looking great.
yeah. You too, man. How's the hand? Or we won't go there.
The hand is doing good.
Yeah.
I'm
Nah,
thinking
we just
about cutting this tomorrow. We'll see.
That's good. That's good. We just
Yeah.
wanted to say hello and was hoping to see Noah, but we understand. But it was great seeing you, Rod, and meeting Gail in Las Vegas. Hopefully, we'll be there sooner than later. But when I got back to the States, I just hit the ground running as far as work. And I know you probably said this in a tour or some of the reps there, but we're thinking about coming back in a couple months, maybe as early as December, maybe January, to start looking over in Bocas for rental
Beautiful.
properties. But I couldn't remember, and we may have discussed this in Las Vegas as well. But if we were to go there and find, let's say, a rental property and wanted it, do we need to start the pensionado or the immigration process first, or does it have to be completed? I forgot how you presented that, or what the
No,
answer
For the
was.
rental, no.
No, you can rent as a foreigner if you want to just rent for 6 months and stay down
Yeah.
here.
They don't mind. They don't to rent. You don't need to be a resident.
No.
All they care is that you sign a contract, that you pay some deposits, and all good.
Okay,
You
let's
have some references, which you have from here too, from Boquete. So
You
Should
just
be
got
good.
to you just got to plan ahead to make sure you have the money to pay the rent and the
Mhm.
deposit, because if you won't have a local bank yet to just
Right.
transfer money to a local
Yeah.
landlord.
So
Yeah.
it's normally what security deposit on both ends, and then month's rent
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, it's normally like a
The
security
first,
deposit
uh-huh,
and the first month's
the
rent.
first month, right?
Some people might ask last month's rent, but it's not very common here.
Mhm.
Okay. All right,
Yeah,
and
and
then
also the property, depending on the property, let us know which to contact, if it's something you can verify, because sometimes what happens online, this I'm sure it's not your situation, but some people look listings on Craigslist and they go and sometimes they're scammers. That happens anywhere, not just family, it happens anywhere. And you
Right.
pay a deposit, you book a place. When you got there, no one is there. Someone else living in that house.
Yeah. There's been somebody caught just on our local Boquete
Yes.
forums this week
Yeah.
doing that.
Doing that. Yeah.
Collecting deposits, multiple deposits from the same people. So be
Yeah.
careful of social media, folks.
Yeah.
Now, I would like to, we're not here to plug ourselves. We're not going to sell you guys anything. But these two, Kevin and Tiziana and Gail, were on our tour in August of,
The first
August
week
4th, I believe it was. And Gail is now moving here quickly. And just yesterday, I went and viewed a place for her to make sure it was
Mhm.
real.
Yeah.
That's what we do for our guests. And we're not going, if you guys are looking at Bocas, you're going to have to get your butts down here and go over there and do that due diligence. Or we do know some people out there. If you see something that looks, hey, this looks really good,
I have contacts in Boca, so
we can check it out for
Yep.
you.
Okay, I'll reach out to you.
Agents in Bocas, they can also help you out to just corroborate everything.
All right, great. I'll reach out to you guys.
Yeah.
Separate email. Give other people a chance to talk. One last thing, the medical part. I know you said we're retired military, so there's TRICARE and VA, but I couldn't remember if you get medical there, did it include eyes, the eye portion of it, or was that separate for eyes?
No, typically most plans, insurance plans, don't include basic eyewear and dental and basic
Mhm.
dental. That stuff is so cheap here. Teeth cleaners
Yeah.
are $35 here.
Oh, so there we go.
What?
That's why they don't. And an eye exam is around the same price.
You can get a crown for like less than $500.
Okay.
Yeah, like major dental work is
Yeah.
under $1,000. So most insurance companies don't include that, but they will, however, include things like laser eyes, like cataracts and stuff. They include that part of the eye.
That's different. That's more medical situation versus aesthetical.
Yeah, and they include accidental denture damage.
Mhm.
Like when Oscar fall, if he wouldn't have protected his face with his hand and would have had teeth injuries, that's covered.
We're gonna have a sexy, beautiful smile.
Yes.
All right. Well, hey, thanks, guys. Great seeing you both. Say hello to Megan and hug her.
Likewise, brother.
All righty.
And
Good
then
to see you guys.
All right. Hey, I'll give a plug there. Anybody that has not gone on their tour yet, please take advantage. These guys are top notch and all your questions, and you won't be disappointed. Trust us. Thanks, guys.
Hey, thank you very much, guys.
Thank you so much. That's so sweet.
Okay, so we are back. We are going to turn on Q&A mode. Turning on Q&A mode, now is your time to quickly type all your questions. I am going to move the questions that have been asked into the Q&A section. And then we will start off. Yeah, I know. Okay. It's almost like, oh, okay, I got that one. That's an interesting question. Okay, go ahead, type your questions. There we go. Language school, got that one. And last one. Okay. What do you think that goes? Oh, that goes there. There we go. Okay. I was just told about a new health insurance option with no age restriction, covers pre-existing conditions, covers people from any country, and even includes medical evacuation if necessary, all for $650 a year for 65 years old. I have been asking Santa Claus for that for a long time, Oscar. We don't know any details of that. Certainly, quality healthcare in Panama is not $50 a month for someone who's 65. People would go broke trying to produce stuff like that. I'm sure we're going to get into healthcare during this trip. But all I know is the same company promoting that told us 6 months ago that you can use Medicare in Panama for everything and be happy. And it's just not, we recommend people either be comfortable with the public health care system here.
Yes.
Or have insurance.
Have insurance, get the public system is always the way to go. A lot of procedures, even in the private hospitals, you can pay out of pocket. They will be even the same or less that you co-pay back in the United States per se.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, listen, my son was born last month on the 21st, and went first to labor, and then by the 6 a.m., unfortunately, we have to move to the surgery to get a C-section. My total bill, private hospital with the private room, everything, 48 hours hospitalization was $5,000. Everything. So here you go. So there is a lot of misinformation there. They just want to do the easy sell, the sugar coating. That's $50 a year. That's definitely something that I will not trust to take seriously. It's too good to be true.
Yeah. Other examples, Oscar's hand there. Now, Oscar has insurance. Why he had to pay for the son is because Megan is fairly new into getting her insurance, and there's a 2-year waiting period for maternity.
Yeah.
So, hey, what the heck? But Oscar has insurance, so he went in there, found fractures, casted, the
X-ray,
saw a surgeon, the orthopedic guy, yeah, and the $500 emergency insurance covered him. It was less than that, put it that way. But he didn't have to spend a penny on
one penny.
No, you spent $2 on a brace.
Yeah. A little metal thing on this finger, which I rip it off days after I don't need it.
And Oscar pays for him. Now, I know Oscar and Megan have recently been married, so all this stuff is changing. The numbers are different. But for Oscar and his son, you guys are paying about $120, $130.
160, both of us.
Sorry, 160. You pay the same as me. Woo-hoo.
Yeah, but I pay for two, and I have full premium. Like my coverage of $1 million for any situation, something happened to me.
And no deductible, no copay.
No copay.
You don't pay a penny with insurance here. That's why I like. So for somebody 65, you got two options here. If you want insurance, one is in the private system, a copay system, which will cost you $102 a month. And you pay 30% of the bill and they pay 70. I kind of call it a self-insure with a major discount.
Oh, I know what will be that could be the $650 a year. the ambulance service.
Oh, yeah.
That guarantees that.
Yeah, there is. That's right. There is a service coming
Uh-huh.
available here that covers certain things and certain care and ambulance and certain emergency room visits.
Which they they attend the emergency, but that's so much they can for you.
But
Something happening here.
yeah, let's keep talking. I just have a video issue, and but don't worry, it'll come back. But the I'm just going to turn it on over here. There we go. Yeah, but we can't really speculate on what that is. We will bring it up, obviously. Can you unplug the cable from the back of that monitor, please?
Yep.
Since we're not using it, thank you. And your other option
Power
is
cable?
full in. Either one doesn't matter. No, the other cable. Sorry. The other option is full international care for someone who's 65. It's going to be between $250 and $300 a month. Now, the thing here, there we go. The thing with this, if you decided Panama is my home, I'm never going back to the States, then that type of insurance becomes your supplement in the States. So you don't technically need Part B. I'm not telling you to cancel your Part B because that can be costly penalties if you do decide to move back to the States. But if you went international health insurance, which I have, Oscar has, but neither of us are getting Social Security. We're not that age yet. And if you're over 65, getting Social Security, paying $170 a month into Social Security for Part B every year, you could cancel Part B and use your international service as your supplement. So you're really only paying $100 more.
Yeah.
For full coverage here with no deductible and no copay in Panama. Okay, let's move off that because we really beat that one to death. So to answer your question, when we know more, when we know of a $650 a year insurance program that's good, we will let you know without making you buy something.
Yeah.
We always do. We always have.
It
So
sure has
you
to
will
be
know.
free.
Okay, next question, Oscar.
Is there a scheduled shuttle service between major cities in Panama like there is in Costa Rica? Yes, there is companies that provide private shuttle services, like we do as well. So there is several. There is private.
We got the big buses, the double deckers too.
There is I don't know if she remained like more like a private.
Yeah, I don't know if she means private or if she means.
If it does, that for me, a shuttle is private, but because it's a public transportation, yes. But shuttles, there is offered. There is many options. It depends the destination you're going back and forth, and how many people. Because some companies they only offer small vehicles. Some companies they have a van for up to 24 people. So it depends. What kind of service do you need in which cities are you looking for?
You just got to remember the cost of stuff like this. A lot of people freak out when somebody quotes them $500 from Panama City to Boquete. That's 1,000 kilometers return trip.
Yeah, because people
$950 return trip.
And that normally a trip for 4 people. In a regular vehicle, it's gonna be nothing less than $550.
Yeah,
and that's because for the driver it is 1,000 kilometers. Either the driver leaves point A or point B, so it has to go either back and forth.
And the typical cost per kilometer on a vehicle today for a vehicle and maintenance is 35 cents.
So that
doesn't leave the driver as much.
That being said, I mean, we have a lot sometimes requests people that wanted to do the private shuttle from Panama City to Boquete. Unless you really wanted to see the country, you want to do that investment, great. But if you're looking for a best price, it's cheaper. Do you fly?
Yeah,
I'll tell you that.
I want to throw, just in case Barbara was referring to like Greyhound in North America. Yes, we have that service too. We have a Panama David bus running 6 times a day.
Yep.
Yeah, and they're on scheduled times. There's bus terminals, and from those terminals you make connections to other locations.
So there's other companies called Busmen.
Mm-hmm. And then within Panama City, we have the only metro line in Central America.
Yep.
Okay. Can you claim the pensionado discount on airfares that originate in the USA to Panama? If so, what is the best secure and the discount to booking? No, you cannot. Your pensionado discount has to originate from Panama, your flight. You get a discount on both ways, but it must originate from Panama.
And from a Panamanian local travel agent.
Yeah, exactly.
Like an authorized Panamanian local agent.
Yeah, if you need a travel agent to do something like that, feel free to reach out to us. I do want to mention a lot of people. I don't know why I have this. Oh, there we go. That's what's going on here. We have a monitor malfunction today, guys, but no worries. We will get by. You can all hear us. If you guys want to contact us during the call, after the call, I'm going to put in the chat our contact page. It's the best way to get a hold of us. We will answer all your questions tomorrow. Oh, there it is. Okay. Public Q&A. There we go. There's our contact. I just put it in the public chat. Our contact page. Okay. Why is that so large? There we go. Next question. Question, Oscar.
Where is it? Do you have a language school in Panama to recommend? There used to be a big ones. There was in Boquete. One used to be called Habla Ya. Now it's called EPA. It's EPA, right?
EPA. Yeah.
That one, they have also a branch in Panama City. That one is, so far as the one I know so far, is being like a registered, the main one. But there is other private Spanish schools. Habla Ya, if I'm not wrong, they're still providing the service online. They're still providing the service because they shut out the presential classes after pandemic. I believe so. I could be wrong.
In Panama City, Via Argentina. No, yeah. Am I saying it right?
Via Argentina, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
That exists.
Yeah. It's Spanish Panama. Just Google Spanish Panama language school. They are the biggest now, I think, in Panama City.
Is it?
Yeah. They're right on Via Argentina in El Cangrejo.
Yeah. And that's for those that wanted to have like a structured school. But folks, in most places, and you'll see that there is a lot of good word of mouth, also online. They get some private tutors. Private tutors also is available. They're reliable. Here in Boquete, we have plenty. They used to work part-time with some of the schools. So you got different options. If you want a more private, or if you want just to have kind of like a more mingle with other foreigners learning the language.
Yes. Okay. Should you start the immigration progress and plan to arrive in Panama City 3 or 4 months to complete the process? The process doesn't actually start until you arrive in Panama City and present yourself with your lawyer to immigration.
And your paperwork.
There is preparation to the progress, though.
Yeah.
So beginning the preparation back in the U.S. or Canada, wherever else you're from, is better. It's easier to do at home. And so you can get that started. You need to find your Panama attorney first. You need to get them on a retainer, and they will guide you through what you need. It's pretty simple for most people. You need a criminal background check. You need your Social Security letter or your pension letter from whoever's giving you the pension. And if you're married, you need a marriage certificate. And all those things can't be more than 6 months old by the time you present. And they all have to be notarized and authenticated the proper ways. Now, I've known people to go ahead and try to do all this on their own. Why? Because you cannot present to immigration without hiring a lawyer. It's not done in Panama. It's not allowed.
Yeah.
Immigration will just close the door on you. You have to be with your lawyer when you present. So find yourself a good, reputable lawyer. If you need a referral, contact us. We'll connect you directly. Our lawyer does not advertise on Facebook, so you won't find them there.
Yeah.
So be very careful, guys. There's also somebody posing to be a lawyer on Facebook this week. It was a real estate agent and a lawyer, and someone was posing to be an actual well-known lawyer.
Wow. Here's the thing: when somebody on social media says, "I do immigration, I buy the car, I do real estate, I fix your roof, and I check your stove,"
be wary.
That is something.
And if a lawyer is trolling Facebook to get leads, he's not busy enough.
Yeah.
Our lawyer doesn't have enough time to have a Facebook account. So
they do, but they don't keep up.
No,
they don't even.
No, they use a Facebook account for business to let their clients know.
Yeah,
but they won't troll on Facebook.
Yeah.
So okay,
thanks.
Next question.
How much does pensionado cost?
I'm going to give you a rough estimate of the average. My price includes everything, every stamp, every translation, everything you got to pay here. Okay. Single 2,300, a couple 2,800.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be within $100 of that. Most lawyers charge between $1,500 and $1,700 for their fee. There are some discount lawyers, but would you use a discount heart surgeon? Yeah, maybe. So expect that, and then all the other fees, because it all depends. If you're single, you don't need a marriage certificate, obviously. So you don't need to get that translated. So there's less. And how many pages? If you have a Social Security letter, it's 1 page. If you have documents from a pension, let's say you work for Coca-Cola all your life, and they could provide you a 3-page, 5-page document that you have to get translated. That's why a good lawyer will give you the final price you have to pay based on seeing all your documentation.
And also a good lawyer will break it through every single expense on it. On my personal advice, do not go for no lawyer or any service here in Panama. And when you're moving abroad, don't go for the cheap. Go for affordable. Go for the convenient, but don't go for the cheap, because the cheap, a lot of times you end up paying more.
Yeah.
We have a lot of situations that people, for saving a couple $100, is that they end up paying $500, $1,000 more.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So don't go cheap.
Okay. Next one. How long does it take to get your e-cedula after your permanent visa? It's approximately 30 days to 6 weeks.
Yeah, very short.
My lawyer is telling me here right now. So
I'm still amazed how Panama moves so forward with those. So, when you qualify for those type of visas, and it's just boom, boom.
Yeah, it's actually pretty efficient. I've helped that with my publishing company and the U.S. company. I've helped many South Americans get visas in the U.S. And my God, Panama's pensionado visa is easy.
Yes, no, it is. Yeah. Compared to many countries,
it's just ridiculous what you go through in the U.S. Okay, next one, Oscar.
I have a very specific question. I guess I'm in David right now, and I'm trying to get my first driving license. I got blood tests and driving to school, but I can't seem to manage to schedule my appointment online. Anything I miss? Decided just refused to let me do it. Also, any reputable car dealership in David.
Why don't I handle the license and you handle the car?
Yes.
Okay.
Go first.
The license.com.pa is a difficult site to navigate, but they are very close. I've heard rumors. I didn't hear rumors. I saw them do it. We help people get their driver's license. I saw them letting people in without appointments that are not pensionados. Mm-hmm. If you are a pensionado, you don't need an appointment. And by what that means, or if you are a jubilado, you don't need an appointment. Meaning that if you're over 57 for a woman and 62 for a man, you don't need an appointment. So if I would just go there if you're in David, you have the paperwork, you have your certificate, and you have your blood test. Just tell the guy at the front door, I can't get an appointment. The site's not working, and he's going to probably let you in.
Also, if you're in the age that you don't need to, because if you let's say if it qualify due respect, if you're in the age they say you need an appointment, they just let you pass through it.
Yeah.
If you're like around 55, they'll just let it pass.
Yeah.
When it comes to the vehicle, there is some dealerships in David. There is only one that I can tell you, go for it. They sell used cars. It's called Car Spot. No,
Car
nothing
what?
to it. Car Spot.
Car Spot.
The Car Spot.
Mhm.
Yeah. There is other companies like there is like a car rental place on the main highway, but that one is so complicated. Even if you have the money, you have to beg them. You have to beg for them to sell the car, to give an appointment, to give you the car, and it will take you at least 3 weeks minimum to get your car.
Yeah.
Now, if you want, cars in Cherokee usually tend to be more pricey. Most of the inventory and more options, I always suggest is in Panama City. We do provide with a sister company, Panama Super Service, the inspection and also to search for the vehicle, all custom, to check for the car for you. So if you're looking for a second car,
Yeah.
that's what I do, and I come from a family, the entrepreneurs in a mechanic garage in Colombia, so that's why I have done it for many folks. They came indoor tours and also for warm-up here in town.
Yeah, there's just 10 times more cars in Panama City. So
Yeah.
if you're looking for a 2016 Hyundai whatever Sonata, there's going to be 10 times more of them for us to go through to find the absolute best one.
Yeah,
The lowest model.
yeah, and David is hard to find. If
David
you buy,
is hard.
yeah, it is hard, but it is not impossible. So
Mhm.
don't take me wrong. I'm not trying to alienate it. Just don't get in David. You can. That dealership I think is good. I think they're very straight to the book.
Where are they located?
They in the F Sur Street. It's like at the same street you go to the airport.
Yeah, Calle F Sur.
Calle F Sur South. Right in I think it's like a one block before the Nissan dealership.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen the sign. Mhm.
Yeah. It used to be a Hertz car rental place in that spot.
Okay. So basically, Oscar's service that he runs on this side of the company is mostly for people looking to spend more than 10 because, you got to, pay for the service and it doesn't want to be out of control, but it's not.
I do not suggest to buy any vehicle that is less than 10 years because it's a hassle and I cannot recommend something. And when I cannot recommend something, it means it's not good.
Yeah. John Booker, you must be talking about the health insurance. Well, if you're paying $650 a month or getting quoted $650 a month, that's way too much, by the way.
Yeah.
The most expensive, the insurance that we deal with, Magda Crespo as an insurance agent. She is just amazing. There's a few plans. Oscar and I have MAP free. I'm switching to worldwide medical when I'm 60 because the prices will be better. But it's like $250 to $300 a month, and it caps out the highest medical insurance for international coverage should be around $450 a month when you're 75. And for some, oh my God, that's too much. But hey, you're probably going to use it in the last quarter of your life.
Yeah.
So
probably never. But.
Yeah. But I know of Cigna and places like that I was getting quotes of $650 a month in my 50s. So there are very expensive places, but there are good ones, MAP-free, worldwide medical, that you will get the $200 to $300 range in your 60s.
Yep.
And they're good insurance. What's important? The number one thing that's important about insurance is not the price, is whether they pay.
Exactly.
And if you go with a plan like MAP-free, and I don't have my wallet on me, it's downstairs. But basically, this is how you pay. You walk into the hospital and show your card.
Yep.
That's it. You're done. You put the wallet back in your pocket. So you don't have to worry about being... and your ID, to match the card. They'll get on the computer. They'll phone up me. Yeah, he's covered. Go.
Yep.
That's the type of insurance you want. Okay, is it my turn to read or yours? Yeah, you read that big last one. I am to have photos and medical certificate done for November 14th meeting with Lourdes. Will I need an appointment for this, and will I be able to communicate? Hey, Gail, typically I always ask people, you can just send an email back to Lourdes. It's a block from her office where you get your medical certificate, and they basically take your temperature, or with their finger on your forehead. Okay, there's your certificate, and the photos. I think they do them right at mailbox, or they do next door to the medical lab. You can get those done before, or you can get those done right after your meeting with her and just bring them back to her. So it's really, yeah. There we go. My screens, I have a multiple monitor system here, and Oscar and I, if we look strange, it's because our screens are blinking, but not a problem. It's working. So you don't need an appointment. Both of them are walk-in, the doctor's office, but typically, like I say, go see Lourdes first, and then she'll send you over to the doctors and get the pictures taken, because you don't need them. She doesn't need them until you present 3 or 4 days later at immigration. Do you have buses? Oh, this is yours. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you have? Okay, I'll read it. Do you have buses going from major cities in Panama? Like, oh, we already answered that. Yes, yes. Panama's got a huge transit system.
Yeah.
Private and public.
Yeah, private and public. The nice buses only go to main cities. Like there is a double deckers that go only through the Pan American Highway from Panama City all the way to the border to Costa Rica. There is a company. It's called Tika Bus. It's from Costa Rica. Tika Bus. Mm-hmm. And that one, you can go all the way, I think, until Guatemala. Mm-hmm. Maybe Mexico. Not sure. I'm so positive to all the way to Guatemala.
Yeah, but we're not going to Mexico. This is just around Panama. So if you were left Panama City, Albrook Station, and then you'd end up in David Station, you'd walk over to the Boquete bus and jump on that one.
Uh-huh.
So
it might be not as fancy, the bus, but you get a bus.
If you're going to Petitsi, it's a little more complicated, but you just ask and people will tell you. That's what Facebook is good for, guys.
Yes.
Where there's no money changing hands.
Mm-hmm.
People will give you the I don't know the route. I had a client ask us, how do I get from Panama City by bus to Petitsi? Well, I went to Facebook, and we got lots of friends there.
Yeah, but
how do we do it?
But when it comes to transportation, there is also private companies that do private transportation and shuttles. So you can go on TripAdvisor. TripAdvisor is a really good spot to see it.
Yeah, buses here are inexpensive. It's $18, I still think, from Panama City to David.
As a public transportation.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then it's $1.75 from David to Boquete.
That's the last cylinder. I don't think it's going to be more than $2.50 because I can be off.
I think Rob and Pippa took it in August. They said it was $1.75.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. It's been $1.75 for years. I really thought it'd be more. We got a lot of questions. Okay. Yours.
If I was born in Panama, does that make my American-born son Panamanian? If you're born in Panama, well, first of all, you need to be legal Panamanian citizen. Once you are recognized as a citizen of Panama, your son can be applied for residency here because it's the first blood, so that it is possible.
Yeah, your son is a U.S. citizen because he was born in U.S. soil.
But he can
get Panamanian citizenship based on your citizenship.
I would not say citizenship right away. Yeah. I would say residency first. Mm-hmm. But you need to make sure you have the citizenship done. Okay.
Can I fly a recreational drone in Panama?
Yes, you can. Unless you're not on the private properties.
Yeah.
If you're on public, on field, there is no invading anybody's private property, good to go.
There's a lot of people that do that. There's even a Facebook group, Drone Panama, I think it's called. Mm-hmm. And you should register, definitely. We've had some people on our group register, and they showed them the no-fly zones in Panama City and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So drones are very popular here, especially with photographers and stuff. So. Why is it so difficult to secure an appointment with the U.S. Embassy? We can't answer why. It has been since the pandemic. You used to be able to drive up, park, walk in the building, and get it done.
Yeah, there is no way to answer that. I will say it's been an inefficiency.
Yeah,
call it government, call it
Now, I've been proud of the Canadian embassy. You can still do it. If I wanted to get it done today, I would courier a copy of my documents to the Canadian embassy. In 3 days, they would tell me to pick it up.
Hmm.
I don't even have to go there, which is great. But the U.S. embassy, I'm sorry, folks, you're out of luck. We have no answers. The best thing to, I can tell you the best thing though, start at 7:30, like Panama time, because they open up at 8 there, and they open up appointments based on need.
Yeah,
So
and
if you're in
sometimes,
front of your computer between 8 and 8:30 Panama time, refreshing your screen and do this. I know people that have done this 21 days in a row before they got an appointment, but they got one.
yeah, just give it a try.
Okay. Oops. I don't
No.
like the scrollies. I know. Huh.
It is totally impossible for a tourist over 70 to drive in Panama. Well,
I
let's
don't,
define what is impossible.
that doesn't sound like a question, by the way.
Yeah.
It is a to. Oh,
It's
why,
now
why would it be
70,
impossible?
70 kilometers, it is not impossible. It's very possible.
No.
70 miles.
No, we're not talking speed. We're talking age.
Oh, age.
No, there's
No.
no problem. You can drive till you're 100.
Yeah.
You need a good health certificate
Yes.
at 70, which is
And you have
honestly,
the eye test and the hearing test.
well,
as
we
well.
all have to take an eye and hearing test.
That's what I
Yeah.
mean.
But you need to go to a certified approved doctor
Hmm.
and get a good health certificate, which is nothing. The doctor talks to you and says, "How do you feel?" Yep, okay, good health. Like the doctors can recognize if you're not in good health. And
Yeah,
then
if,
they won't give it to
and
you.
also like if you for some reason the tests are very basic, the hearing and what and seeing test.
Mhm.
So if there is something obviously off, you get caught up there. If you pass that, which is not, it's not that hard.
Yeah, yeah, like doing the test and stuff like that is very simple. We do it with people all the
Hmm.
time. If you're over 70, you just need a good health certificate. That's no
Yeah,
issue.
all they're looking if you don't have any issue with the cardiologist issues, like
Yeah,
so.
perfect. Okay, next one. Want me to
Really?
get down? Is it better to make an appointment with the Canadian Consul in Panama or take the test? It's the Canadian Embassy in Panama, and it's very easy to do with Canadians. The only difference is you need somebody in Panama City to help you out because they introduced a new step a year and a half ago. Can't believe right in the middle of the pandemic, they make things more complicated. Now the Panama Foreign Affairs needs to stamp your authenticated driver's license, no matter what country you're from. The word Panama Foreign Affairs is an oxymoron because there's not one person in the building that speaks any English. So you need a translator to go with you. You need to go walk 2 blocks away and make a cash deposit of $4 into a bank account that belongs to. So it's really complicated. But what we have done for people, if you're not if you're in Panama City, you can drop your documents at the Canadian consulate. It's open to the public. They're not going to give it to you right back as they used to, but they're going to authenticate it. They're going to WhatsApp you or whatever when it's ready. Then you can pick them up, take them to have someone help you take them to Foreign Affairs and get them stamped. Foreign Affairs is taking 3 days now. You also have to drop it off and pick it up. But if you are, let's say you're in Petitsi or Boquete or Coronado, you can courier your documents through Uno Express or somebody. It's $5 to the Canadian embassy, and then you can dedicate a person. You just include their name and cellular number to pick it up, and they can do the authenticate the stamp for the Panama Foreign Affairs, and then send it back to you. Then you're ready to go to the driver's license thing.
Yep.
So, but it's different. Like for U.S. citizens, no, because you have to have an appointment. It takes 2 months to get an appointment. So only if you started 2 months ago. Yeah. Okay.
Which do you get first to stay in the country? A visa? Well, when you come here to Panama or any country in the world, according to the visa, you have allowed to stay as a tourist for X amount of time. If you are from United States of Canada, you can stay up to 180 days in Panama, only for Canadians and United States citizens. The rest of the countries, no more than 90 days. Some countries can be only for 30 days.
Yeah.
So it's not like a visa. It's just like
It's
what
a
is
tourist visa.
it's a tourist
Okay.
visa.
Yeah.
But when you want to be more permanent, that's when you start thinking, okay, well, according to my nationality, can I apply for pensionado, investors, or what is the other friendly nations?
Yeah.
So that's it.
Yeah. So you have North Americans have 180 days to make a decision. Well, not 180. You could stay here for 4 months or 3 months and then make the decision to apply for residency.
Yeah.
And then you would have your temporary visa in time that you don't have to leave. Just wait, it'll come back. It's over there.
So
Yeah.
another thing is about the 180 days visa for North Americans is it doesn't necessarily means you can drive for 180
No.
days.
Yeah.
So just I want to throw that out. So don't get shocker. Your drive license only is good for 90 days still.
A lot of people say, "Oh my God, why? Why?" It's very simple. There was a convention signed in 1950s of about 90 countries that allowed everyone to drive for 90 days. North Americans are so used to it because Canada, US, and Mexico can drive for 180 days. That's because of the NAFTA agreement. So it's just a different format. So that you have to deal with. Okay. Do I have to have a pensionado if I was born in Panama but have a U.S. passport? Well, if you're born in Panama, you need to talk to a lawyer to prove that and get your Panama citizenship. You don't you'll get a cedula. You don't need a pensionado visa.
Yep.
And the thing to remember, guys, you don't need a pensionado visa to get the pensionado discounts. You need age.
Age.
Like you need some type of residency, but it can be friendly nations, it can be citizenship, it can be whatever. And you need to be 55 for a woman, 60 for a man.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm 80 Cigna. Okay. John Booker, maybe you can elaborate on that. So I'm going to read this one. My wife turns 80 in January and I fall in September. Can we get insurance? Currently, you don't have a lot of options. You cannot get international insurance. You have to enroll before you're 75. And there is some hospital insurance available. Their cutoff right now is 80. I've been told by one of the administrators it'll be going up again. It was unlimited before COVID. Panama is doing great. Panama has 7 people in ICU and 35 in the hospital as of today. I think that 35 is the number, or was it 53? One of those, yeah. So we don't have a lot of people in hospitals right now with COVID. So the insurance companies are getting a little bit more relaxed. So, but previously, I'm trying to think of the name of the insurance company. I don't want to think you guys have you guys think we're hiding something from you. What is it called? Nope. No, okay. the local one. Family Medical. Sorry, it's called Family Medical, underwritten by Pan. Yes, please. I'll have more coffee. Pan Pacific Life. Yeah, I'll just talk about that. Do I have the files? I might have the file for that one. Let me peek, guys. Because if I do, I can drop the file in the presentation. No. Surveys. Huh. Okay. Pan Pacific. Presentation. Whiteboard. Anyways, Family Medical is an insurance plan with private hospitals across the country that pays 70% of the cost. And they were always unlimited age. Now, right now, they are at 70 as a maximum age. So they're supposed to go up to 80, but you're going to be 80. And then they're going to go up to 90. So they're supposed to be up to 80 before the end of the year and then go unlimited again. So all depending when you're coming. And, if one of you is still 79, yeah, you can probably qualify. So you just got to, if you want the brochure, please send us an email again. Let me see what happens if I go. There we go. Yes, sent it in the chat or the contact. Yeah, I put our contact in the chat. We can get you that brochure. Okay. This way, unpublished. Let's move to the next one. Oscar's refilling our coffees. I was born in Panama. Okay. Don't know. We saw that one already. Don't forget, you guys, if anybody, go to the chat and raise your hand if you want to ask a question. Okay, age limit of a rent-a-car, depending who you're renting from, some have no age limits. And depending where you're going, Coronado Cars, Volquete Cowboy Cars, the one Value Motors, they don't have an age limit. It's just the majors have an age limit. It's not a Panama thing. So, Kathy, you just got to. You don't want to rent long term from the majors, anyways. Some are 75. I don't know your age, so but just shop around. Like you'll find somebody that'll rent you a car. The health certificate has nothing to do with it.
Hey, version 1.
Okay. Okay, let's move on to. Oh my goodness, 8 o'clock. There we go. Okay, Panama still not recognize same-sex marriage. That said, do we need to bring certificate copies of marriage? Okay, Kathy, no, they will not recognize same-sex marriage whatsoever. So if you are a same-sex couple, you have to file for residence separately, unfortunately. Now, will this happen shortly? Probably not shortly. Panama's not fast, but both our neighbors, Colombia and Costa Rica, are there. Colombia's way there already. Costa Rica should be there by next year.
I think it's already there, no?
No, they recognize common law unions.
Okay.
But not the marriage. And here it has to be a marriage certificate.
Yes.
Between a man and a woman.
Yeah.
Panama's still backwards. Sorry, folks.
Yeah.
But we've had gay couples come here and move here. And one got a pensionado visa, one got a friendly nations visa. It's just the way it worked out because they were buying property anyway. So I hope that helps you. And so Panama, like for the people that we have here, like we've had many gay couples on our tours move here. We have lots of gay friends. It's certainly a friendly country. It's just government-wise has to move forward. We just recognized medical marijuana, and you can't even buy it yet. It's probably going to be 2 years before that even.
Yeah, because it's only some of the big guys going to get that like concessions, put it that way. But it's on the process.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we need a clarification. Can you clarify, once I get my driver's license back from the Canadian Council, can I take it to Sarah to send for my blood test and medical will be issued by once you get your driver's license back from the Canadian consulate, it has to be stamped by the Panama Foreign Affairs. Once you have that, you take that, your blood test. If you're over 70, your medical exam, and then you will be issued a Panama driver's license for $40, $32.50 if you have a pensionado discount. Yeah, pretty simple process. And you can probably do it yourself. Usually in Certa Send, you got one person in there that speaks English. And if you go in with all that document, they know what you want. It's not rocket science, right? So I hope that answers your question, Lauren. Okay. Good. Oscar.
What are the benefits of the pensionado if you have a friendly nations residency? Well, the benefits of the pensionado is when you have that officially, if you're before 55, because depends of the how you get the pensionado visa. Discounts for airfares, discounts for hotels, discounts in restaurants, discounts and what else?
Well, so basically it's Depends on your age,
It depends on your
Alan.
age.
And if you are already, if the woman's over 55 and the man's over 60, there's no benefit.
Yeah.
But you can be, let's say you're retired military at 40 years old, a 40-year-old couple. You can, and you get a pension. You can get a pension now. You will get those discounts when you're 40.
Yep.
But if you come here on your friendly nations visa when you're 40, you have to wait till the woman's 55 and the man's 60 before you get those discounts.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing.
Yep.
And in the beginning, the pensionado gives you 2 more things than friendly nations if you're already over the age. It gives you $10,000 duty-free on a container and a duty-free vehicle. Honestly, it doesn't save you a lot of money. The 10,000 duty-free on a container will be about $1,000, $1,500 total on a full container of goods.
Yeah.
And most people don't bring their cars here. So it's really not a huge thing.
Yeah.
If anyone's got any questions on cars, get Oscar.
Yeah,
He's
and
the expert here.
the import vehicles, unless it's like something specific, something like your baby, like you have a GTO, Eleanor,
Yeah.
Mustang, yeah, please bring it. I would love to see it. But if it's just like something you can get here, and also you have to make sure that there is a brand you can get service and parts here. If that's because even though if you cannot hear, you have to be prepared to spend the money.
Yeah.
To reach out for other countries, can be United States or Europe, to get your parts, and they can be pricey and complicated.
Cars here for the Latin American market are not the same cars that are sold in the States. They wouldn't even pass. Well, certainly wouldn't pass California laws, but they wouldn't pass most laws in the U.S.
The only cars that will pass the U.S. that we call here full extras. Full extras is the same vehicle you got in the United States or North America. Has all the security safety.
Okay. Do you have to quarantine my dog if I return to the U.S. every 6 months? You don't need to quarantine your dog here at all, Barbara. You need to fill out a home quarantine. And yes, every time you come to Panama with your dog, even if it's every 31 days, you have to redo the paperwork. Mm-hmm. You have to get a new international health certificate, which has to be approved by the USDA or CFIA in Canada. And you have to get it approved by a Panamanian consulate in the US or Canada. And then within 10 days of your flight, and then you arrive here. And you got to fill out a home quarantine, pay the $130 fee, and you will have your dog here. Now, talking about dog, everyone wants to move their dogs here. Now, I'm going to throw this out here just because we help people move their dogs here.
Yep.
And some dogs are so big or so unique that maybe some planes won't take them, that people have to actually charter a jet for $30,000 to get their dog here. We help people overcome that a little bit. Oscar and I showed up last week in David, private plane landing in David, but with 2 couples, a shared jet, which we arranged. So we have another one coming November 15th, give or take 7 days. If anyone leaving Florida, we haven't picked the city yet. If anyone's interested, and the quotes are around $28,000, so it'll be $14,000 per. And if you want to come here with your dogs, that spot is available. You please use the contact form on our website to get a hold of me, and I will connect you to. We're not part of the deal. We're not taking the money. We're not doing the final jet company decided on. Will bill each of you 50% for that jet. Mm-hmm. So, anyways, we help with pet relocation. So, okay, all righty. I just got to flip up through here. Then I'll go through the chat.
So we're going to be all done.
Well, yeah, we're at the hour. We're a little over the hour, but okay, I'm in the public chat. So whoever's got questions, raise your hand or, okay, too many. Okay, got to see what we missed. So just pop your questions in, whatever you got to say. Otherwise, we're going to call it a night if you guys are done. I'm just reviewing right now because we went pretty fast and this thing scrolls extremely fast. Originate. Okay, perfect. Got that one. Okay, we got some. Now they're going to come in. Pension costs. We did that. We're in Panama. Visa. Clarifying, get my driver's license back. What kind of house would you get for $304 or $400 a month in Porto and Mulis? Good question. Good question.
It depends. It depends your contact. It depends the location. Uh, for if you get locked out with the normal prices that we're going, you can get something pretty decent, like a 3 bedroom, 2 bath, for that amount of money.
Now
Panamanian style.
let's talk. What's like we use that word a lot, Panamanian style. Oscar and I still live in Panamanian style housing. When we were next door neighbors, he was paying $450, I was paying $500, and we loved our houses. I used like one of our former guests now lives in my house, and Oscar's friends live in his, and they're still paying the same rent as we paid 7 years ago. A Panamanian style house typically has a smaller kitchen, not the countertop you would like, no stainless steel appliances, no dishwasher, and tiled floor, suspended ceiling.
Maybe no AC.
Yeah. Yeah. AC might be your option. Check with that for 300-400. You might have to put a portable in if you live in Porto.
Yeah. And if you're looking for a listing that is that good, check out with a reliable contact there in Puerto Muñoz.
Yeah.
You do not go to Craigslist. You know, just send the money. Make sure you verify there is plenty sources to get reliable people. We have reliable people in Puerto Muñoz. They can help you out to get the rental. Make sure it's all good.
Yeah. It'll have, if it says laundry, that means it has a washing machine outside with a line to hang your clothes on. That's Panamanian style housing. It might not have screens on the window. You might want to verify that. I can't live in a house without screens, but I have put screens on myself. It's not difficult.
No.
Like you cut the screen, you get the black sealant, and you screen your windows. Done. And your landlord's happy with you because you upgraded their house. So, and in that range, yes, you can. You can get that in Porto. You can get that in Las Tablas. You can get that in Dolega. I had a 4-bedroom, 2-bath in Dolega, 2,000 over 2,000 square feet for $400 a month. I love that house. It was just the only reason why I left Dolega. It was a little warm for me, and Oscar and I had a little problem getting together all the time because it was 25-minute drive every time I had to go see him. So, okay, and he didn't want to come visit me. So, okay, that just set off a lot of questions. Nope. Thank you. Hey, Michelle Collins, you're welcome. Glad you could join us. Okay, I expect to get married next year to my fiance in the Philippines. I am 76 and she is 43. Can I apply for the pensionado? Can she also apply for the same? Philippines is... I can't believe I've never been asked this. I need to answer this question because this person deserves to have the answer. So give me 1 second. There we go. I Google it and our site came up as number 1. PHI. No. Philippines are not one of the 50 friendly nations visas, but they certainly on a pensionado, if you have a pension, there's no problem bringing her on that. Kindles work. I have a Kindle. They work just like you are in North America. Not an issue whatsoever. So, Lorraine, I don't know why you're having problems. I'm going to write down, see if I can solve your problem. I'll get hold of you tomorrow, Lorraine, because we have your number. You got to be connected to Wi-Fi, Lorraine. Make sure your Kindle's connected to your Wi-Fi, because if you don't have the roaming type, you might not have the service up in Lucero there, because I think they use Claro.
Yeah.
And yeah. Oscar, someone's asking, what's a typical Panamanian meal? Spicy seafood? What's the national dish?
Right. We in Panama we have a lot of influence. We are not known to have it spicy. The only people that eat it spicy in Americas is Mexico, Peru. That's it. The rest of us we don't eat spicy. There is flavor, a lot of flavor. Each country has seafood, yes. The preparations can be different. Now, when you go to a different high-end restaurant, you can get some of the famous dishes. Um, National dishes here in Panama, per se, or when you go to a local fonda. Fonda is a local restaurant. That's what we call here in Panama, a fonda.
Fonda.
Fonda. Fonda. In Costa Rica, they call it, what do they call it in Costa Rica? I forgot.
I don't know. Carry on.
But anyway,
national dish.
So national dish can be the sancocho, which is a chicken soup made with a different type of roots, like a yuca, onyame, rice, beans, lentils. Depends of the area. You can get the guacho, which is a kind of like a soggy, tasty rice with pork. Sometimes they add shrimp. Sometimes other kind of seafood. Fried fish, patacones, which is the double fried green plantain, and hojaldra, which is fried bread. There is a lot of things in different areas in the country. It changed. It's different than Panama City versus Pedací versus Boquete. It changed a little bit. So, but the national food here is delicious. You're gonna love it.
Yeah.
It's so tasty.
Perfect. I want to get back to George's question. I apologize, George. I hope you're still on. Everyone's still on. I thought people were leaving. They're coming back.
Oh, nice.
Okay. George, yes, you can. If you are from, well, it doesn't matter where you're from. If you have $1,000 a month pension, you can apply for the pensionado visa, and you can apply with your spouse. Now, the fact that your wife is from the Philippines, that's not really an issue, because she's going to come under your visa as long as she can get a visa to visit Panama to start the process. You're going to be okay. But that's something you can deal with the lawyer. I've had someone do it with Taiwan recently, and it's not really an issue. They just got to, because you both have to be here to apply. So as long as she's able to come, Filipinos can come here. They're on the 90-day list.
Yes.
Yeah. So yes, you can apply with her as a pensionado, and she will become a full-fledged permanent resident.
Beautiful.
Now, Lorraine, back to your Kindle. You didn't. I'm sure you have. You have to have. If you're out of the country, you need an automatic payment method set up with a U.S. credit card on your Amazon account. Just make sure you still have that set up. That's something else to think of. So, like, you need the one-step payment set up with a U.S. credit card and a U.S. account, and when you're out of the country.
And you connect VPN to internet here.
Yes, we
can.
use ExpressVPN. I use Surfshark VPN, and we use it for basically so we can watch. Who played football last night? Some silly team. Who was that?
Undefeated Eagles,
Okay.
6-0.
Yeah, and so we get.
Go Birds.
You want a VPN because Panama's Netflix catalog is less than 50% of the US's. So you want a good VPN. They don't all work. ExpressVPN, typically good. Oscar doesn't even know it. I'm switching him over to Surfshark because I'm the technician guy. Surfshark is the best. It's the best I've used here in 10 years, and it's very inexpensive.
But if that's the best one in 10 years, would you give me the other one?
Because I just started Surfshark 2 months ago, and I don't want to stress you out teaching you how to use it until I know it works. Anyways. Yeah, he's so funny. But yeah, we watch HBO. Like I have HBO. He's got Disney. So
Prime,
yeah,
Disney Plus, Prime,
yeah,
ESPN
VPNs
Plus,
work great here.
Fox, everything.
Why don't you go for a retirement to the Philippines? I don't know. Um,
Rather than Panama.
Balsamic rice from Canada. Oh, you're from Canada, Joyce. Great, perfect. Yes, as long as you got that Canada pension over 1,000 US, over 1350, whatever the number is at that time, you were good to go. Lorraine, I don't know. I got to give some thought in that. I buy stuff on my Kindle too much. Uh, but need to have it. Yes, if you are coming to Panama and you do not have a residency card, temporary, permanently, you must have a return flight.
Any country you go in the world.
Oh yeah, that's not just Panama. Any country.
Any country.
You actually won't be able to board your flight. It's
Yep.
not that Panama Customs is concerned because they know the agent is not going to allow you on the flight.
Yep.
Now,
it's not international law.
it doesn't have to be a return flight. It has to be a flight out of Panama.
Yep.
There are, the best thing I know, people will tell you, use one of those fake flight sites. We're not going to tell you that because I know some countries, customs officers have figured that out. Book a flight that you can cancel.
Yep.
It's as simple as that. Book it book it on booking.com or Expedia 12 hours before you take off. Because when you land, you can cancel it. Or when you get past security, you can cancel it. So because all online booking sites allow you to cancel within 24 hours.
And no, there is no problems with
Question
cartels
Yeah.
like Mexico.
Yeah.
No whatsoever. Crime is everywhere in the world, but there is no way we can compare Panama crisis or problems and any that sort of issues like Mexico.
No.
Do we have narcotic issues? We do. I'm not gonna lie, we do, because Panama is next to Colombia. It has the Pacific, has the Caribbean. Any country have those borders, those oceans, it's gonna be traffic anywhere in the world. So, but no, nothing. It's not Mexico.
Yeah, not Mexico.
No.
If I get a permanent visa, can I still have U.S. bank account? And of course you can. Yes.
Yep.
Yes, you can. But you'll probably want a Panamanian bank account. You need, you can pay your electric bill rather than standing in line at the grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
You can pay all your bills. You can pay your gardener because they're going to have a Panama bank account.
Yeah.
Pay the maid. So, can I live in Panama on $2,000 a month?
Yes, you can. If
Absolutely.
you're one person, very comfortable. If it's a couple, still can do it.
But you're not going to live in
Luxury.
North American style luxury.
You're gonna be in a $500 to $600 monthly rent, which that's what it means.
You're going to be in a country. You're not going to be in Panama City, probably.
Yeah,
you can though. Panama City, you can get apartments now.
You can, but you what I mean is, it's possible you can live a very nice and decent life.
You're not going to live in a big gated golf course community like Coronado. So take that off your list. Yeah. Pedasí, Boquete, Panoname, some of those central places. Yeah,
Chitre, Las Lajas,
Anton. Yeah, some great places.
Panoname.
On that budget, you are living on twice what the average Panamanian family lives on. Okay. We're winding down. Oh, there we go. Hey, Sharon, thank you. It was very nice that you guys all joined us tonight.
Yeah.
Well, Oscar, it is time to call on a night. What should we tell these people? What advice can we give them? What is their number one thing?
The best advice that we can say is do not go for whatever shines like gold.
Huh?
Do never go whatever shines like gold. On social media.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people say like gold. Exactly. It's just when it's too easy, too cheap, too like it's really you don't fall for that. We are the type of company, we're the type of people that we precede our reputation and we care about every single of you that wanted to move here because it's your life. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah.
We kindly appreciate every single of you, your time tonight with us and your trust. Some of you, they have been with our tour. Some of you, they're already coming in the future with us. And for those that are questioning if you should come with us, you should do. process. It's not. We're not going to take that for granted. And I'm very happy to be here tonight with my buddy, my brother, and my business partner. And I hope to see you the next time.
Yeah, like my biggest advice to people is there are scammers in Panama.
It is scammers.
I actually have a U.S.
In-
Miami number. There's scammers in the States.
Yes.
They're here too.
It is not Panamanians.
Yeah.
That, of course,
Well,
it's everywhere.
Yeah,
but
typically it's
but
not exactly.
It's definitely it's not Panamanians. It's just foreigners. There is, it's like every other country, nation. Like in Colombia, there is, of course, Colombians that will do whatever. But there is also good Colombians here in Panama. Beautiful people you can trust because we do. So, but sometimes it's just mostly foreigners. So
yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so there are scammers. Be careful out there.
Be careful out there.
Yes, both Oscar, Megan, and myself help with driver's license.
Yes, and car purchasing and other services.
Relocation, like I said, and come on a tour. I know we're kind of sold out, till next year. We do have a spot in December.
And we do have some private options.
Yeah.
In the new year and even in the new year mostly. So if you want to do a custom, personalized, whatever budget you want, well, it has to be,
That's our site, Retire in Panama Tours.
Yes.
I just put it in the chat. Please check us out. I know some of you aren't on our list and just showed up here. And okay, now people are leaving.
Yeah.
No, they still got 50 of them. Hey, guys.
Okay. But have a good night, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining.
I hope to see you or you guys be on this call next time.
If you just end up here, always reach out and say hi. We always want to say hi, guys. So we'll talk to you guys soon and have a super night.